Yay. Blue is back. Testing can continue. This next test is so outside the box, won't even tell you what you were looking for. You will know it when you find it.
Hey! Oi, oi! I'm up here! You alright down there? Can you hear me? Hello?
Look, Metal Ball, I can hear you.
Oh, brilliant, thank you, great. Designed this test myself. It's a little bit difficult. You'll notice the moat area there. Very deadly, extremely dangerous. Eventually, it's not at the moment, but I'm working on it, still working on it.
Hello everybody, and ALLOS here, also on System Creations, and today we're nearly to the end of my behind the scenes Portal 2 stuff. There's 2 more quote-unquote series left. I say that because one item is a series, while the other had to be split into 2 parts. And today, we're in that split map. This is the Earth Temple. It is, of course, inspired by some workshop maps before it. It is a recreation of the Earth Temple from The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, recreated as a test chamber, or, well, a series of chambers, technically. Keep It Wild was one massive chamber. And it even starts with a unique concept, GLaDOS and Wheatley co-op commentary. And no, having Wheatley chambers with a potato gun doesn't count. Here, Wheatley and GLaDOS are 2 separate entities, but both look at the facility, just cooperating. GLaDOS probably watches over Wheatley like an annoyed babysitter on a movie night. Anyways though, let's get to the actual map itself. So here's the room where you start. You enter the temple from the above surface island, Stonehead Island. You don't have a medley to get you across the gap this time, so you gotta use your classic portal mechanics. Good old fling jump. Some nice panel stairs. Also, as you can probably hear right now, we're playing as ALLOS. You can probably tell by the fact that we were addressed as blue by GLaDOS. We came out of a dropper. We're playing as ALLOS right now. We don't have the ALLOS's portal gun though. I don't know how you do that. Anyways, let's get these nice glass panels. So let's fling right into the test chamber. It launches you straight through the door sometimes.
Identify yourself or I will shoot.
Hello. And here we are in the first big room. You know, it's very iconic first room of the temple. This is where you find all those moblins patrolling around. There are no moblins this time, but they're defective turrets.
Doctor, we get some eyes at some point?
Now, there is a reason why there are defective turrets here. It's not just because of Wheatley's incompetence, but I'll get to that later. So in the meantime, well, first I'm going to point you away, so I don't have to hear your beeping all the time. So here we have a staircase, which is very long to climb. Also, the rendering of the panels here are a little weird. Like, I don't know why those disappear. Because their origin is out of sight? I don't know. Anyways, it's a very long staircase to climb because you're not Link and you can't do your roll jumps. Rolls, but you can just portal up here normally. Anyways, up here, normally where you send Medley over to the pedestals with a command melody, instead, we have a cube and a faith plate puzzle. There's also a mirror cube. Now this catwalk right here is purely just here so you can shoot a portal down there more easily. Hello. The first thing you want to do, see, so there's a fling panel right here you can fling out of. It will send you over to that button right there. Then there's that one though. It may be a bit hard to tell from this distance, but that panel is opened from the front, while that one's only open from the side where that portal surface is, covered by a fizzler. You step on this button, you turn off the fizzler, shoot your portal there, and you just launch the cube, rush to the button. Also, sometimes it messes up like that, because physics. Let's respawn the cube. Oops. Yeah, it's a bit easy to actually step on the plate yourself. That might work a little better. Yeah, there you go. Stand straight on the button, nice and clean. That's the other one, you just launch yourself. Whee! Fall down the glass tube. Now from there, you portal through the door. It's a nice little thing. You don't go directly through the door, you have to portal into it.
Wow. Good, good. Finally, a nemesis worthy of my vast intellect.
Did something happen? I wasn't watching. Uh-oh, you're stranded. Let's see if the cube will try to help you escape. Actually, so that we're not here all day, I'll just cut to the chase. It won't. Any feelings you think it has for you are simply byproducts of your sad, empty life.
Anyways, here's a companion cube. This is our Medley. She is our companion throughout the temple, so be sure to keep her by your side as much as you can. And I say that because it's actually rather important that you keep the companion cube by you as much as you can, because you can get stuck later on if you don't keep it with you. Here's a little side mechanic. A platform that lowers when you put anything on it. Because normally in the actual temple there's a chest here that you activate with a light beam, but that's not the case here. Instead, you put the command cube on it to weigh it out of the way. Also, a little detail with this map. Wheatley watches you through those big monitors. So I can press this button. Wheatley watches you through the monitors, but GLaDOS watches you through the cameras. It's a little detail. Anyways though, we need the mirror cube from the previous chamber, and that's why this is here. You quickly reopen the door, the portal over. Let's grab back the mirror cube, head on forward. Now there's a little secret here that I figure pretty much nobody knows, because pretty much almost nobody has played this map. You know, it's been available for download on my archive. You may notice back here there are these rather damaged wall panels where you can see behind the scenes a bit. See, these panels are being held up by bits of wood. Well, you can actually use this laser to break the wood and get yourself access into the back area. Like there are specific indents in the floor that catch the panels. It's a little structured. It's a little Ratman den. Also, there's an exit door here, much like over in Confirmation, but there's a lever that you can use to open it, apparently. And the lever is just over here. You plug this in, check, and pull it. You unlock the door. What's back here but the original companion cube? Oh, it's been so long. Also, this little design note I took from the co-op maps, where you get this little nook in the wall. I thought it was kind of interesting. That door doesn't go anywhere, by the way. It's just locked. And you take the cube back with you. Well, something's gonna happen. Let's take a moment to appreciate this room. Anyways, what you need to do to get through here is just shoot your portals and use the mirror cube. Ow. Now, I believe there was supposed to be an Easter egg with the retro cube where if you try to take it out of that room, GLaDOS fizzles it and makes fun of you, but for some reason it didn't work. Still, you can use it to hold down that button, take the command cube with you, the new one. Be very careful. Now, if fizzler disables, because you're not going back there. So, okay, it respawned the cube anyways. I'll get that in a second. So here we are in the main hub room of the test chamber. So you have the big sun facing it to shine light in both of his eyes. It's a rather derpy structure here in this version, but whatever. Now, as you saw there, the companion cube got teleported to the dropper there. It's part of a little mechanic here that wasn't fully developed. Of course, you need to keep the companion cube with you at all times. Earlier in development, there's going to be a little failsafe system where there will be a dropper in every chamber, or a tube, that would transport the cube to you if you didn't carry it around with you. You know, to keep Medley by your side. It wasn't fully implemented, but these droppers do serve another purpose, which this dropper and the one in the previous room can demonstrate. Although normally you never see it in the previous room, because that's where I demoed the concept. Anyways though, let me stop talking and just keep moving. So yeah, we're here, so we need to redirect these lasers into the eyes of the sun face, quote unquote. And to do that, you press these buttons, it opens these portals. Something you may notice is that there's no place where you can place your own portals in this room. It's just so this mechanic can work. So the next place you go, in the temple, this door starts unlocked, so that's why there's arrows pointing at it. Come in here.
Had a brainwave. I'm going to tape you solving these, and then watch 10 at once. Get a more sort of concentrated burst of science. Oh, on a related note, I am going to need you to solve these 10 times as fast. Anyway, just give me a wave, would you, before you solve this one, alright? I don't want to spoil the ending for when I watch it later.
Just stop flailing around like an incompetent.
Anyway, it's got these turrets in place of the coffins. Ominous. Got this glass panel here. So this room right here. Normally you have a floor master in this room. And I'll admit, I'm one of the people who are absolutely terrified of Wind Waker floor masters. Anyways, though, there's not that here. Instead, we have this mirror cube. This is a mechanic I introduced in this map. It's a held-in-place mirror cube. It's forced to point in one direction and stay in one place. Also, there's another one above it. So to activate this, we need to go over here to take Medley over here and activate this. There's no way you can activate a sunlight spot in the actual temple. So you got this nice little angled laser, which is kind of cool. Stand on here. And that gives you a mirror cube, but it also locks you out of the first part of the chamber and activates all these turrets. Hello, you're not gonna shoot me. Now, there's also a reason why these turrets are all behind the glass. I'll get to that later. Also, you see this cube is retracted into the floor. So what you need to do now is turret genocide.
Oh, you just solved it, didn't you? I told you to tell me before. Why are you making this so hard for me?
And here I thought this room was dangerously unlethal.
Now, here comes a rather unconventional part of this test. I don't really remember why I included. Now, if you remember in the original temple, originally there was a door here that you need Medley to stand on the switch to open. And you come in here, there's a room where you just get a joy pendant and that's it. But in this chamber, it's part of solving the test. Also, Factory 09 door, a little reference to Escape from Aperture. So, also extreme caution competition testing area. It's probably just means these are more turrets. As you can see here, this laser is shining towards this laser node, but it's not passing through this glass. This is a random mechanic I don't remember why I invented. It's thick glass that the laser can't pass through. I don't remember why I did this, but I did. I kind of apologize for it, so you just need to break it to get it out of the way. It's thick enough so the laser doesn't pass through it, but you can just break it by throwing things at it. Yeah, I don't get it either. You activate that and you get a ball. And as a little hint towards that, there's a sign here that says "Don't touch the glass." Anyways, we get the ball. See with it. So I made that room an obligatory part of the test chamber. So let's grab all this stuff to go back with us. So can I break Wheatley's monitor?
Ah, bless your little primate brain. I'm not actually in the room with you, am I? Technology. Complicated. But you can't hurt the big old god face.
Never gets old. And we just take all these cubes back to the hub with us. Doom-de-dum. Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. Also, you may notice that the door right there just fizzles my portals. Well, that's because, again, you're not allowed to have your own portals in this room. It's mainly because of the reason you can't have more than 4 portals on screen at once, otherwise the game bugs out. Anyways, the purpose for the ball is this. It's the mechanic from the co-op maps. Laser switch, kind of. So now we need to take both these cubes with us into this new room. The ball with their small key. Well, that's nice, and then around the lens.
Oh no, the turbines again. I have to go. Wait, this next test does require some explanation. Let me give you the fast version. There. If you have any questions, just remember what I said in slow motion. Test on your own recognizance. I'll be right back.
So, you're gonna test, and I'm gonna watch. And everything is gonna be just fine.
It sure is gonna be fine, Wheatley. Now, how do we do this?
Come on, solve it.
Shut up. Anyways, though, this room is quite a departure from the original dungeon room. We'll get to that in a second. Well, also, it's been shown to me that you can exploit. There's a shortcut here, but you can just jump over and press that button. You're not supposed to be able to do that. I placed the button too close to the edge. Anyways, though, you may notice that it's quite different from the original dungeon puzzle, and that's because, well, the original puzzle was basically just pressing down 2 buttons. That was a bit too easy, so instead I made this monstrosity. It's a bit of a restricted cube laser puzzle. You have this control panel, and it highlights which cube you're on. Press this button, it switches which cube, and you can re-angle the cubes by pressing these arrow buttons. Basically what you need to do is make it so the lenses of the cubes point all around this little labyrinth into that node over there. Okay, so I'm gonna just speed this up, because it's basically just turning cubes so they point the right direction. Alright, all the cubes should be pointing in the correct direction now. So now comes a little mechanic that I took from another mapper on the workshop. I don't remember who. It's a strange little mechanic. You might notice I can't press this button. It's because I need to activate it with this other button. Making you use all your cubes. You press that to activate the laser. Reaches all the way and activates these stairs. Just walk up them quickly, because it doesn't stick forever. Kind of cool. Anyways, then you can activate the shortcut like in the original temple. You got a shortcut now. So now we use Medley to access this door.
Oh, yes. Oh, well done.
Well, I'm back. I hope that was some kind of joke.
Shut up!
Oh, Wheatley, never change. Anyways, though. Screw you. Yep. I'm good at throwing, clearly. Come on. Okay, never mind then. I was going to try to break the monitor again, but my throwing skills are off. Anyways, we want to take this mirror cube with us. Put it right here. Now this right here, believe it or not, is my first legitimate funnel puzzle. It's also my last one. Technically I did do a funnel puzzle once before, but it was kind of a jape. Anyways, we need to get this cube through this little gauntlet of horrors. It's trapped in this little room behind two fizzlers. You need to get it through all this. You press the star button. It switches these fizzlers right here, from left to right. Press this button. It activates a second funnel. You press this button. It reverses the first funnel. So what we do is just loop, loop. Simple. It's a simple little puzzle, but it's good. Just grab the cube through your portal, and you take it over there. Bloosh. And then that opens the stairs forward. And also, we want to take the mirror cube with us, so. It's all about cube preservation. So I'm going to take this with us. But not for that button. Instead, we use this portal surface to take this other cube. Use that to open this next door.
Stand your job.
Oh, disappointing.
You're not very
You're
good at.
getting worse.
Yeah, you're not very good at that, are you, Wheatley? Anyways, here's another mysterious dropper, which we'll get to find out the purpose of soon. Anyways, though, we just need to press down this button. Open this door. Let's come through here. That's the door to the mid-boss. It looks like that door from down there, but this time we'll actually go into it. Also, here's another broken button. So we need a ball to activate this then. Also, there's another glass panel here, and you can break it. But there's no point this time. Oh, you can. There you go. There's no point to it this time, it's just there for consistency. Anyways though, to get the key to the mid-boss, we need to go in this room. This is one of those rooms with all the coffins are on the edge. Press these buttons. A bunch of random things drop. The middle tube dropped a bomb. Anyways though, this is our small key we need. Take that. Your dead turrets here don't really serve a purpose. And there's a Franken cube. You might think, oh, we could use this as well, but no. It's just a little red herring. Anyways though, let's take our ball with us. Let's go face the mid-boss.
You two are gonna love this big surprise. In fact, you might say you're going to love it to death. You'll love it until it kills, until you're dead.
I'm going to be honest with you now. Not fake honest like before, but real honest, like you're incapable of. I know you're up to something.
Anyway, new turret, not defective. Ace of fours, the best hand. Unbeatable, I would imagine.
Maybe I was wrong about you.
Mid-boss time. We have to fight a rocket turret to get the other mirror cube we need to progress. So you got the very cool Wind Waker mid-boss music. Wind Waker's mid-boss theme is always very cool. Anyways, we need to defeat the rocket turret in order to get out with the cube. It might seem easy at first. Then two more appear. And these guys can quote-unquote kill you. You see there's another dropper in this room with an aperture logo beneath it, and that's for a reason. If you let one shoot you, you explode, and you respawn, because you're ALLOS, remember? You're a co-op robot, you can't die, you just get rebuilt. So I'll elaborate that in a bit. For now, to defeat these turrets, we need to get a bit more clever. That's not gonna work. Oh, here we go, hit him. Also, be aware, you have a very large hitbox in order for this to work. But he doesn't. Let's see, how do I do this? Trying to remember how you do this. I do that and that, maybe? Will that work? Hey, that worked.
Oh, what was that? That was nothing! That was nothing!
Oh, you survived. That's interesting. I guess I should have factored in your weight.
Alright, still nothing. Let's keep moving.
And now we got our next little key item. This is where you get the mirror shield. Technically it's supposed to be the mirror shield. That's where you get it. So now this little mid-boss fight with the rocket turrets, it's quite an endeavor to make it work. Because, you know, you're not supposed to do this kind of thing with the rocket turrets. So how it works is that basically the rocket turrets have triggers on them that detect rockets, and when they detect a rocket, well, they quote-unquote die. It's also a little bit buggy in that you can't hit them from the front, because, well, I originally had the trigger zone for the rockets surrounding their entirety. Well, that would result in them exploding themselves, because, you know, there's a trigger right in front of their face at all times, so they would instantly explode. So instead, you can only hit them from behind, and sometimes from the side. It's quite a glitchy mechanic, something which we'll see a little bit more of in just a second.
Machiavellian.
This right here is the first rocket turret I programmed, and if you stand around long enough, you'll see why that is. You'll see evidence of that. I don't know if it'll happen. Maybe? Oh, rip. Sometimes it happens. Here, shoot this way. Really? It's like this happened a lot more often in testing, which is why I'm bringing this up as a note.
Alright, can't blame you for trying. Okay, new tests. Gotta be some tests around here somewhere.
Yeah, well, whatever. Basically, this is the first rocket turret that I built, and so it is able to accidentally kill itself when it shoots out its rocket initially. And as I just left it in, it's a little demo, and doing that unlocks the shortcut back. You don't have to do that. You can just walk back the long way, but why would you? Anyways, now we use a shortcut to get back to the main room of the temple. Anyways, droppers, though. To talk about those now. At least in the first part of the map, there is no way that you can actually proper die. Every death you can experience in this half of the map is simulated. Whoops, I forgot to lock that. Every death you can experience in this half of the map is simulated because, you know, you're one of the co-op robots. You can't die normally. Oh, that's a little collision glitch right there. Since you can't die normally, I had to simulate a fake death effect. And as a result, we have all these droppers you can respawn from. And the one in the previous room back here is the first one I built the mechanic into. You just can't ever see it normally because nothing at that point can quote-unquote kill you. Anyways though, we have almost everything we need now. Just to come back in here and take all the cubes we have access to. So let's see. Alright, we don't need to come in here. We're done with this room. There is an alternate way you can solve this, but it's not the intended way. Take your companion cube back. And then much like with Medley in the original temple, you have to cooperate with the companion cube to solve this puzzle. Yeah, both stand in position.
Oh, yes. Oh, well done. Oh, that's tremendous.
That was genuinely mildly impressive.
Well, on with the test.
And just like in the original temple, yeah, both of you have to stand in position to activate that. Doing so lowers this button. I took that also from the co-op campaign because it's a nice effect. Now prepare your ears for a loud noise. Yeah, that was the sound of a lot of panels moving at once. Let's make this nice big staircase. So you might have noticed that your companion cube got fizzled right there. Come back here. You can't respawn it, and that's for a reason, which we won't see till the next part. Anyways though, moving on forward.